We say what they can't radio.
Welcome back to another episode of the Couch Takes with the crew. I got Chance, BG, Steph, Jaya with me today. Of course, my name is Rich. And today, after a really exciting playing game with the Warriors, the Kings, we might have just saw the last
of the dynasty.
Man. This is crazy. We've been watching them for like
10 years.
10 years.
Yeah,
2014, they started.
I remember 2016. Me and Chance was watching the finals, and we was just like, "Damn, this is crazy." Like, but yeah. Honestly, I think the playoffs is kind of set right now between the first to the eighth seeds. You know, we got the last playing game tomorrow, which is Friday, between the last two teams. Either the Bulls or the Heat will make it, or the Kings and the Pelicans will make it. But I feel like it's a great time to start talking about the playoffs. But first, I want to know, how did everybody feel about the playing? Did everybody feel good? Jaya, how'd you feel about the playing?
Okay, wait. So yesterday, it was the Sixers and the Heat. And I just had a feeling that the Sixers were going to win. I feel like they're a really good team. If Joel wasn't hurt majority of the season, I feel like they wouldn't even be in a position to have to fight for a playoff spot, in my opinion. I think not the Sixers. I think the Heat are just BS. And I feel like a lot of the time we get caught up like in Jimmy Butler, but we have to look at everybody else too. Like, they have a good three: Jimmy, Tyler, and Bam. But what about everybody else? Seriously. And like, we make a lot of the players that they get from like undrafted, and those players are good. But when it comes to big moments in the playoffs, like, I'm not expecting somebody to go off. Like, you're looking for your stars. Joel did a good job, and I think that's why they won. And what else happened yesterday? Oh, the Hawks and the Bulls. Honestly, I really wasn't even paying attention to that because I just had a feeling it got good at times. But the Bulls dropped 40 points in the first quarter for the first time all season, with their biggest lead after the first quarter for the first time all season.
That was crazy.
I had no expectations.
Kobe White had 40. That's crazy.
Right. Like,
when Kobe White has 40, you can't do nothing.
Exactly. Like,
Hey, that's the most improved player right there. That was my pick for most improved player.
Mine was Tyrese, but that's
really
okay. Yeah.
I don't like that. I don't like how the most improved player has moved. Like the Ja Morant winning.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. How
crazy.
You're the rookie of the year and then the most improved player? Like, that doesn't make any sense.
They've done that before. I forgot with who, but I'm
BS.
positive they've done that before.
I know they did it with Ja Morant. I think they did it with somebody else. But how do you feel about the Warriors and the Kings game?
Oh, I was really shocked, honestly.
Really?
I was actually shocked. Only because I thought the Warriors, like, Draymond was talking. He was, he'd be on his podcast talking his nonsense. And I thought that he would actually, like, propel his team. I thought that they would put more of the effort in. Like, they were getting blown out after, like, halfway through the second quarter. Like, it was insane. I was pleasantly surprised.
How'd you feel about Klay Thompson dropping his
oh my God, he did a
10?
donut. That was like the most
we ever seen him.
That was the most surprising part. I thought that he would like make a few threes, like show up. Like, he looking for a contract next season, like from the Warriors. And I don't really think it's gonna happen. Like, honestly, I think he's gonna move on after this season because that was crazy.
Yeah, that was a crazy game. Steph, how'd you feel about the playing games? How'd you feel
So
about
let me tell you just like this. For one, I'm not upset with Miami because I feel like the real rivalry would be them versus the Celtics. That would be the
always
craziest playoff series. And I don't necessarily think it's about the stars. It's more so about Heat culture. They always battle. And if Boston gets into this one-on-one thing like they did with Golden State, it's gonna be trouble. I'm just gonna be honest with you.
Right.
And Atlanta needs to sit down because they need to regroup. That's just what it is.
Do you feel like that's the last we ever seen of the backcourt? The backcourt of DeJounte Murray and Trae Young. Do you feel like one of them is gonna split up?
No, I think they need to add a big.
You think they're gonna stay together this season?
I don't see why you would break them up.
Do you ever see Trae Young going to the Spurs or anything? I know you've seen reports of that.
That's what I heard.
I don't know.
They got the picks.
That.
They got the money.
See that.
I don't know if I want to see that.
Y'all don't want to see that?
Hell no.
Why?
He's 6'3" with a 7'4" player. I don't need to see that, bro.
I think that'll be
That's
really
lobs galore.
I don't need to see that, and he's not. I don't think that's the type
think
of player
Wemby
that
wanted to
Wemby needs around.
I
him.
think it'll be more about
Really?
excitement.
Yes, and he's.
I feel like he would
He's a
unlock
guard, bro.
the offense.
I
to
think that team needs a pure like get bucket dude. They could just go find a facilitator anywhere, but like I think they need like somebody who just gets buckets. Like if Beal was on that team with a facilitator, a few defenders, I think that would be.
So
cool.
you think Trae Young is just not enough? They would need another person.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, I respect that. How'd you feel about the Warriors and Kings game? I feel like that's a good topic right now.
Okay, so for one, it's already been shown that the Kings can run with Golden State
Of course,
from their
Yeah,
playoff
last
series
season.
of
before.
course, yeah.
But the issue is Klay Thompson. He is, and it's I want to say he just off, but he is mentally defeated. You can tell at the end of the game he really walking around the stadium like I know I done messed up. And then for me, to be honest with you, if I'm Klay, and I know what I did for this team, and I've never been a problem.
Right.
And then I gotta watch what Draymond does, and he ain't a bucket. And y'all talking about getting me up out of here?
I'll be
I wouldn't
tight.
be surprised if he retired in the next few years because I don't think he got no more left. I don't see any sparks of anything in Klay no more.
I feel like BG brought up a good point last time about the change of environment in our first episode. That
Yeah.
Clay just needs a change of environment.
that
honestly.
could be it too.
That's
know.
a fact.
BG, how'd you feel about the playing games?
Playing games are fun, bro. I love the games. Another day of them selling my bets, but Warriors, Kings. That was exciting. I knew the Kings were gonna win. The Warriors are just not what they used to be.
Why is
Like-
that?
I mean, I think their offseason moves have, like, they regretted some of their offseason moves. I think Klay's contract is really messing with his head. Like, knowing that Draymond got a contract and I don't, and I'm number 2, that starts playing with somebody's head.
Yeah, it starts to question your ability.
And then on the East, I knew the Hawks wasn't gonna do nothing. And then the 76ers and Heat, that game was very interesting. The 76ers were down at halftime. So I thought Miami was gonna go another level in the third quarter and the fourth. But really the 76ers won that game with all the players. Like how much did Joel have? Like 20?
He had 11 and he had
Oh.
11 for the first 3 quarters, and I think he ended off with like 21.
Yeah, so
had,
that
10
whole
minutes.
game
It was a group
was a group effort. When it comes to the standings, I think the 76ers versus the Knicks is going to be very fun.
Classic.
I do have the Knicks winning just because I don't know how bad Joel's knee is,
It all depends on him.
because I think that knee is actually really still bothering him.
One thing I
Yeah.
did see in that game was Joel Embiid moving gingerly on that knee.
Yeah.
It wasn't like he was putting in 100% effort. He was just out there to be out there for his team.
Yeah.
Chance, how'd you feel about the playing game?
Playing games is great. So first, I'm gonna start off the Warriors and Kings. Going into that game, it all depends on how the Warriors can draw up plays to get Steph open. And the whole game, he was getting blitz. He barely got to see any open threes.
Triple
So
teamed.
that was game over. That's where I feel like everybody putting the blame on Klay, blame on Draymond. I think it was like the whole organization for like doing that
See,
trade
some put
for
the blame
CP3.
on
Yeah.
Steve Kerr and
Yeah,
everybody
so-
too.
Yo,
Cause I
I
feel
forgot he
like-
was on the team.
You feel me?
Literally,
Because
I
I
was
feel
looking
like
for him on the court.
because even though people was getting their jokes off on Poole last year, at least Poole, when he's hot and find rhythm, he can at least draw that help off of Steph sometimes. So without him this year, if a team like the Kings go off rolling at home, especially, that game was over quick because Steph is getting tripled. They're not worried about nobody else. So that game was over quick. I think De'Aaron Fox got hot. Kean Murray got hot early, so
He
it's
got
over.
crazy hot.
What's his face did a good job on Steph.
Yeah, he did.
Keon Ellis.
Yes,
Keon Ellis
yes.
Yeah.
So
did a
it's
good
like,
job on Steph.
It makes it easier for him because they're not worried about nobody else.
Yeah, most definitely.
On the next game, Bulls and Hawks, that was a toss up. I feel like whoever's gonna win that was gonna get hot. Whoever got hot first was gonna win that game.
Yeah.
Because the Hawks could have won that game if Trey and DeJounte was sparking the three, but
I think only Murray
Yeah,
was really
yeah.
trying
So-
in that
He's
game.
not
Trey,
really a
but like
3-point
Trey's-
shooter.
Yeah.
Like DeJounte's not really.
Trey was also hurt as
yeah,
well.
he
too,
wasn't like
the entire
completely.
time. I
He
feel like
wasn't completely.
it goes
like,
on that
100%.
point. It goes on that point where like your best player has to be on the floor in order for somebody.
I
to
forgot.
Be there.
None of us touched on the Lakers game.
Lakers. I was
I was just gonna say that.
I was literally just thinking about that.
How'd you feel about Zion dropping 40 in his first playing game?
He looked great.
He looked
He did
great,
look
right?
He looked good.
Do you feel like
I
he
feel
could have
like-
done anything else?
No,
Nah.
No.
'Cause I think CJ and
God.
and Bi they both had like 11 and 10 points. So
I'm telling you, that boy.
I did have a problem though with that game.
What's up?
Why is Bi on minute restriction?
because he just got
'Cause he
back.
just-
From
just
no,
got-
but that's the
got back.
problem.
What's the problem?
The problem is, why am I gonna put somebody on minute restriction to play in a game that's important, and then, like, it was just not making sense. Like, I'd rather him be out and like
Completely have him out.
completely have him out until
Give somebody
either
else
we
a
win
chance
or
to play.
lose. But we put him in
They
for
benched
like
him to
25,
Yeah.
20 some minutes.
I get
And
I get
then
what
he
you're saying
don't-
on that point.
Like, it's just not like, I'd rather just leave him out and then have the whole team focus on them. Like, just y'all, what y'all got to do instead of trying to bring Bi and then he got to get his shots up.
True.
He got to do all this. So I think that was my only problem with that game. But that game was fun too.
That game was fun, honestly. Like seeing Zion bulldoze through everybody, get into the paint with AD as his primary defender. I like Zion when he's healthy, honestly. Like, you know, I wasn't believing y'all when y'all said it. Yeah,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
last
yeah.
episode, I said I didn't care, honestly. But Zion, that's the real deal. I'm not gonna lie. Watching that game and watching him dominate, I'm not too big on Pelicans games. You know, I liked them before when they played the Suns in the first round, but like, you know, they've been injured too much for me to really watch them. But Zion with a healthy Brandon Ingram, maybe some trades here and there. That's going to be a really great team. But let's get into like some playoff matchups. Honestly, let's talk about the Celtics. I feel like we haven't talked about the Celtics in a minute. They have a chance to either play the Heat. And by the way, the Heat also suffered a great injury with Jimmy
Got a-
Butler going down. How do
got
you
a
feel
hot
about
take.
that?
Is
got
he
a hot
actually
take.
down?
Yeah, he tore his something.
He's going to be out for
ACL.
weeks.
I got a hot take about the Celtics.
What's your hot take?
They're gonna sweep the first 2 rounds. They're not gonna lose a game.
I don't think that's hot.
That's not hot.
I don't think that's hot.
Not lose one game, bro. The
I don't
sweep.
I don't think it's
8
hot.
straight
First
in the
two?
playoffs.
Hey,
Okay,
Yes.
so
Hey, give me that. Give me
Yes.
that. I appreciate that take.
They
I
gonna sweep.
appreciate that take.
Bro, come
so
on.
they're
It's not
definitely
hot.
sweeping whoever they
That's
play in the
not hot.
first round. That's not hot though.
It'll play
It is.
playoffs.
Who's their second round? If they
Yeah, I
who's
was
the
about to
second round?
Magic Cavs.
Magic has.
Yeah, that's
So
They got a
they
cakewalk.
sweeping the Cavs.
that's not.
Yes.
Yeah,
Most definitely. They would sweep the Magic
come
too.
on, man.
they're sweeping to the conference
I get a
finals.
Cavs at least a game.
I'll give
No.
them a game too, bro.
Sweep
I
One
would
game.
give them a game.
At least one game.
But
at
if
least
we're
one
if-
game.
I would give them a game, but if we're like being realistic, that's
Being realistic, yes, I understand what y'all say, but
gentlemen
Right.
sweep, whatever you want to call
Yeah.
it.
Nah,
I'd give them
through.
one game, at least the Cavs.
No.
Y'all see
I don't really.
And I'm
see
on the
it.
Celtics. I'm a Celtics fan, so like, really?
No. They gonna win 8 straight. Straight to
Literally
Okay.
straight to
Eight.
it.
I don't think that's a hot take.
I don't think it's a hot take,
They're
But
gonna
not
but
steam- they're
losing
gonna
one
steam-
game.
I don't think it's a hot take, but you
not
know,
losing one game is
I'd
crazy.
give somebody a game. At least the Cavs. They have probably the best squad in those first 2 rounds between anybody against the Celtics.
They might get a
I
game
think
at
they might
home.
get a game. At least.
I can see
Like a
that.
fluke,
I
like
can
a
see that, but
crazy
like
run.
I can only see that.
The
if
Cavs
Jaylen
didn't get a
Brown
game
had,
in,
like, Jason
in the
Tatum.
Garden last year. The Cavs didn't even get one game at MSG.
Oh,
So Boston gonna be a different level this year, man.
Mm.
At home.
yeah.
At home.
They way too unstoppable. I think the Celtics are the only team in NBA history to have 4 starters be player of the week.
But
That's insane.
so do you guys think that OKC is the same powerhouse as number 1?
No,
So
Nah.
we all know that. Come on.
Hey, I had some people in the comments come for me about Shy.
Yo,
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I was over
acting
here
crazy.
I was over here defending.
Wait, coming like how? Like we not giving him his props.
We're not
Right,
giving
we're
Shy
not giving him
props.
his flowers.
But it's like, I'm sorry, but like, I feel like we
Yeah.
all here are big believers in playoff experience, and I
Yes.
need to see the first game to truly believe in OKC. And I feel like it's okay to say the Kings are favorites coming into this with Zion being out, and Brandon Ingram still having an injury too, and CJ McCollum being CJ McCollum.
We said the Kings is favorites going into OKC?
Going into
Their game
Kings are favorite
tomorrow.
going into tomorrow's game against
Oh
the
yes,
Pelicans.
yes,
Yeah,
yes,
and
yes.
So
no
I feel like
Zion.
it's a lock. I feel like that's a lock for the Kings to
Yes.
become the 8th seed, and that's a bad matchup.
Hey, that's gonna be
It's gonna
a
get
crazy.
They can
matchup,
run.
though.
They can
That's
run.
can
why
run.
I was
They can
saying
run.
that
Think about it. They
before.
have playoff experience
Yes.
with a
Last
team that
year.
was last year a champion.
Yeah.
dynasty.
And if they could get Malik Monk back, that would be a good off. I don't know his injury status, but if he come back,
And I was watching
They'll
the
pick up.
broadcast. I was watching the
Yeah.
broadcast for the Warriors and Kings, and like what they were saying was like the Kings' best move was knocking the Warriors off because they all share the same state.
yeah,
You know, knocking off that dynasty and implementing yourself as head of that state.
Yep.
That's a big. Even though the Clippers is still there, let's
Lakers,
props to the
yeah.
Clippers. The Clippers is still there and better than the Kings.
yeah.
But you know, you're better. You can be better than the Lakers soon to come. And right now, the Warriors dynasty is out the door. It puts room for your
For now.
for now.
for
at
now.
least. We never know. That front office go crazy.
They
but
keep one trade away.
I like the Kings.
Those
I like
two
the
matchups
Kings.
are gonna be exciting.
Man, that's a high scoring, no defense
No
type
defense.
of series.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah. That's
Well, OKC locking up.
Yeah, both of the teams are really good at defense. Honestly, I could say
I'm
that.
saying high scoring series.
High scoring series, most definitely.
Yeah.
You got a lot of 20-point
Three.
per game scores with Shy being 31 points per game. That series is gonna be good, but I don't want to say that's a lock. I don't want to say the Thunder share the same first seed mentality as the Boston Celtics
No,
do on the
No,
other
they don't.
side.
They definitely don't.
You know, I feel like that's a very scary. That's not a very scary number one seed. So you know, I feel like if the Kings would get that series, I wouldn't. You
You
tell
think
me.
going 6?
I feel like the
Going.
Kings could definitely pull this off.
Yeah, I think the Kings
Absolutely.
could win.
But let's not. I'm not
That's-
saying like if the Kings end up winning, I do favor the Thunder, of course. They're the
Yeah.
first seed for
I
a
give 'em
reason.
that.
They got
Right.
there for a reason. But if you tell me the Kings pull off an upset,
I wouldn't be. I wouldn't.
I wouldn't be surprised. That's not an
surprised,
upset.
right.
That's truly not an upset. Look how close the seedings are for the West.
Yeah,
I think
because
the Kings are only back like 6 or 7 games. I think.
They were the 6th seed for a majority of the season until
Mm-hmm.
they started losing. Like they lost like 9 out of 11 games or something towards the end of the season. That's
So
why
like
in
they're
the position
only
they're in.
they're only 9 games back from OKC. You know, that's not a lot. That's a whole week schedule that they could
To
have
be
won.
honest.
You know, so I don't think that's a very scary first seed. But let's talk about the Nuggets and the Lakers. Honestly, how does everybody feel about it? Steph? How you feel about that?
5 to 6 games.
Oh my god.
I don't think the Lakers are going to do anything different than what happened before. And I think Gordon over there is a big body for them, and he's going to put a stop to LeBron. And I just don't see any changes. I don't believe in the Lakers at all. And I'm ready for LeBron to leave, especially after his son played for the draft. You think he's still going to stay there once somebody else pick up his son? I don't.
Well,
It's over.
his son could also go back to
Yeah,
he
it's
could go
not.
back in college because I don't feel like he's like a high draft.
LeBron-
I think that was
He's
a
gonna
pump
be
fake.
I
very,
actually hope that
very
never happens
low.
though. I don't need to see LeBron play with his fucking son, bro. I just don't.
I mean,
don't need to
it's
see
terrible.
that, bro.
It's
For
terrible,
what?
but it's going to happen.
I don't really
I don't
think it's
need
gonna
to see
happen.
it for them. I don't need to see
competitive
it
is
for the
ongoing.
league.
Like,
It's going to
No,
happen.
bro. I don't need that. Put
going
him on
to happen.
another team.
yeah.
And
I think it
LeBron
would
is
be a
going to
better
go there and
story if
retire.
they verse each other opposed to if they
Yeah,
play
that.
with each other. Like that'd be like so much more fun.
Like y'all play with each other in the backyard, bro. Come on.
It's a
I need
I
to
do
see
think that was a pump fake
competition.
move though. A lot of college players do that where they declare themselves for the draft and then
See
they
where
pull
they-
their name right
yeah.
out
Yeah.
right after
When
to
they
see where they land up.
yeah to see where they land on the mock
mocks.
boards and
Yep.
everything like
But
that.
he's
But,
never been number one on anybody.
Oh yeah, no, he was projected as a late second round pick, honestly, or a late second round or first round. I forgot what I
He
read.
wasn't even the best player on his high school team.
Yeah, nah.
So,
They
what's-
saying that his brother better than him.
He is.
Oh yeah, he
Bryce.
definitely.
Bryce is
He
nasty.
Bryce
Yeah.
gonna be up there.
6'6".
And he's taller.
Oh my
yeah.
God,
Nice.
He's
He nice.
So what's I got the series going? Like, what's the X factors?
For the Lakers?
for both teams.
Jay, how you feel about
I
that?
think I'm gonna pick the Nuggets in 6.
Mhm.
I'm gonna give the Lakers respect because of LeBron and AD, of course. But if I had to pick an X factor for if the Lakers want to win, I feel like the X factor has to be AD. Like he has to show up. Like you can't get played by Jokic.
Mhm.
Like I'm dead serious. Like you have to show up. Like because Jokic can do it all: assist, rebound, score. AD has to be on his best game for him to even like compete with Jokic, and I feel like that would be the determining factor. If you can guard him, you can't stop him, but you can slow him down, cut off his passing lanes, etc., etc., etc.
Mhm.
I'm picking Nuggets in 6.
Chance, how you feel?
Lakers can't close them out, so I got Nuggets in 4.
He said to sleep.
Lakers can't close them out.
Ooh, sweep.
No
Sweep.
respect to LeBron, no respect to AD.
Come
No.
on, that's a whole
Listen,
different.
respect to them, but
Okay.
it's like, think about it, bro. We seen it 9 times. They beat them 9 times straight.
Eight.
Yeah, they
eight
swept
times.
them,
8 times.
like-
8 times straight.
Yeah.
So think about because of this. Look, I'm gonna break it down.
I'm breaking down.
I'm gonna paint y'all a picture, right?
Okay.
It's gonna be game 2 or something.
Mm-hmm.
Close. Every Lakers Nuggets game has been close in the
Correct.
fourth quarter, and anything can happen with the Lakers doing. D'Lo could be hitting shots, AD playing good, but that Jokic to Aaron Gordon lob is going to happen again, and he can't guard that because like it's
So you
happening.
on Steph's side. They don't have nobody to check.
No.
Aaron. They don't have nobody to really check those role players.
He's a
Well-
big body, bro. He in the way. He a
'Cause you
big
got
body.
and Murray,
Y'all bugging.
Murray cooking them.
What happened last,
No,
what happened last
y'all
time?
right.
The
y'all
Jokic, the Gordon passes is like,
What
come
happened
on,
last time?
man.
I'm talking about we
Like,
bugging.
CP,
What happened?
what's the shooter? I forgot his name.
Who?
KCP,
and-
Marco
He
Porter
always
Jr.
shows
I
up.
love Casey.
He always shows up.
I mean, that was his former team.
Yeah, so
Facts.
even though they missing Bruce Brown,
Mm.
I still think the Nuggets.
Forgot about it.
I still think they could close them out, bro.
Hey,
Jokic is just like.
Easy.
But even if AD plays, could he play bad last year or no? And against
He
that
was
series,
okay.
He was okay. He was okay, but
It
he
was
wasn't
alright. That's the
a.
problem.
You know, he
What?
doesn't have to play okay. He has to play like he's the number one
Perfect.
But-
option.
but that's
But
against
then
Jokic
again-
though.
But now he has back spasms and stuff, so we might be seeing some.
Street flow.
Look, I got Lakers. I got Lakers in 7. I got Lakers in 7.
Wow.
I'm gonna tell y'all why.
Where you pull that from?
7.
I got Lakers in 7.
Wow. See how
I like it. I like it.
I don't
Okay.
think. Damn, man. I got Lakers in 7. I think the X factor for this whole series is AD, but most importantly, D'Lo.
I was about to say,
Because if D'Lo gets hot, streaking hot like we seen him get hot,
Mhm.
I think it's a problem. Because the thing that they have to do is they have to match not necessarily Jokic, but I gotta match Murray.
Yeah.
Murray is my problem because cool, everybody could get hot, MPJ, KCP, that would be fine. But once Murray and Jokic start playing that that pick and roll game that's late in the fourth,
saw that
it
last
gets
year.
tough.
Bro,
So I think if you're the Lakers, my strategy is really making Jokic a scorer. I'm making
like
him a
that.
scorer all day. Put the ball on the floor, get to the rim. But you not pass. But I don't need him passing the ball. I don't. That's the only thing he could do. It. He could really just smack him. We seen him before. He could just smack them in 4-5 games.
Mhm.
But if I have faith in the Lakers, so and it's the first round. They got a few days off
Yeah.
from today till the first game.
Sunday.
Few days off, and
Sunday night.
unlike last year where you in the third round, you tired, it's a lot, and then you got a whole nother 4 game. You thinking about a whole nother 4 games to get to in order to get to the next round. It's a lot. So I think this is the best thing for the Lakers. It's the first round. Hopefully LeBron don't get smacked. That's just my thing. Hopefully they don't get smacked like that. If they lose, maybe in 6, but I got Lakers in 7.
Steph, how you
Yeah.
feel about that?
You tripping.
But I understand all your points where you guys say the
'Cause-
role players on the Nuggets is way better than the role players on the Lakers.
course.
And the two best players on the Nuggets, you could really arguably say that they're better than
Oh,
Bron
most
and
definitely, they
AD.
are. No
Yeah.
argument on that. They are.
But okay, so of course we know what Joker gonna do. You can't play him 1-on-1 and you can't double team him. And everybody on their team, I'm not gonna say they're extremely consistent, but
But
show
they're
up.
always consistent. Yeah.
They show
They
up.
show up.
Every time. So it's hard to beat something like that.
Mm.
It's hard to. And then for me to depend on everybody outside of LeBron and AD,
I do
It
like
is,
I do
but-
like BG's point on turning Jokic into a scorer. The
Oh, yeah,
reason why,
absolutely.
the reason why is because we saw at Western Conference Finals, who took off every single fourth quarter. It was really Jamal Murray.
Murray.
Yeah.
That 2-man game is crazy. If
The-
you limit Jamal Murray to just be a passer and make Jokic the primary scorer, I feel like they have a shot. they
Look,
definitely have
I'm
a
gonna
shot.
tell you this now. If Murray's averaging 20 in the first round and D'Lo's giving me anywhere between 15 and 18, I promise you the Lakers are winning that series. I believe they're winning that series. And then when you even look at the Nuggets bench, it's not like last year. You don't have Bruce Brown, a very energetic guy to come in and do what he has to do, be a dog on the court. Reggie Jackson is a good energetic
Point guard.
guard, but I just don't think that's enough. And then the little the other dude, Braun,
Yeah.
I think his name is-
Christian Brown.
yeah, he's okay.
You got CJ
But-
Watson too. I like CJ
But then
Watson.
again, like
I forgot about
I
it.
just I don't think
and then you got.
I just don't think they're
that big
the Nuggets is I don't know. It's just if
It
we
can go
look at
either
this
way.
year, like
I feel like it can go either way.
and like if
If
we
it's
look
gonna
at
go the
it,
Lakers' way, 7.
if we look at it, the Nuggets haven't dominated.
That's true.
If we look at it,
Look at the games.
the Nuggets have not dominated throughout the whole season. If in history we've seen back-to-back champions come in the next year and come to the league, dominate everybody. Dominate. Look, you can even take a great example of even the 73-9 Warriors. They didn't win, but they was coming off a championship, dominated the league.
But they had KD
How many
too.
teams have done it?
No,
in the
no,
past 10
no.
years
73 and
that won a
9.
championship?
That's
They
the year
lost
they
when they were
dominated.
73 and
Besides
Yeah.
Golden State.
Right, but I'm saying the next year they came back with KD.
KD.
Right, so that's why they
No,
dominated.
but I'm saying like the Nuggets just didn't dominate the league as we see a
Other
as we see a champion expected to win a back-to-back dominate.
Well,
You
they-
understand?
Well, they was one game off the first seed. Like that's like
Yeah, but I'm talking about
But,
like
if you watch the
But
games,
yeah,
it's
right.
very
Yeah.
it's a close game every single time. It's always a close game, but they always rely on that Jokic and Jamal Murray
At the end
duo
of-
at the end.
stretch,
if
yeah.
they had the same record as the Celtics, then we could talk. Then I could
Celtics
say that.
dominated
Then I
this
could say that the Nuggets is here.
I think what he's trying to say is like the Nuggets haven't dominated as what we thought they would be
Yeah.
as
Championship
as a
hangover.
defending champ.
Yeah.
I'll give you that. I'll give you that. But they've dominated the Lakers.
Okay,
Talk about
I'll give you that. Yeah,
So
I understand that. I understand.
Big
that.
Bron and AD, they was get that broom.
But Lakers in 7.
7.
Lakers
I
in
could
7.
see. I can respect everybody.
7, bro.
I can respect everybody. Either if the Lakers are gonna win, has to be in 7. If the Nuggets are gonna win, it's gonna be like 4 to 5 games. Honestly,
So what's your pick?
my pick is gonna be the Nuggets in 6. Honestly,
So I'm the only one with the Lakers in this bitch.
Yeah.
you win.
but like I said,
Hey,
I
Lakers
wouldn't
in
be
7.
if you tell me the Lakers won against the Nuggets. I wouldn't be surprised.
Go James.
If someone
You know what time it is.
have the Lakers win, bro. I feel like because I know a lot of talking points last year was that before, if y'all remember, like all the way, take it down memory lane real quick. The problem was the Lakers didn't have nobody to match up with Murray because you know when Murray gets cooking, there's only a few guards that can match him. And D'Lo, if he's matching him, like he could really hoop. Like D'Lo played pretty good last game, right?
Yeah, he played pretty good.
If he plays good, they have a team.
Shot.
That's what I'm saying.
They have a team.
Look,
It
I'll tell you
relies,
guys
I
now.
like your point. It relies on D'Lo and AD.
If he could cook,
if AD
like-
can play above his role, be the number one option in that superstar, and D'Lo could
And
rise
D'Lo-
up to be the second
Yeah.
best
Yes.
player, they
This
have a
is-
shot.
This is what it comes down to. You could exclude Jokic, Murray, exclude Braun and AD. It comes to the three other players on both teams. MPJ, KCP, Gordon against D'Lo, Reeves, Hachimura. That's what it really comes down to in this series. Last year was different because I just don't think that team was like all together yet. The Lakers last year was different.
Yeah,
But
most
this year I got Lakers in 7.
Who'd you say the 3 was for?
For the role players, Rui.
MPJ, KCP, Gordon.
And then on the Lakers side,
those three
you got
against
Austin
D'Lo,
Reeves, D'Lo, and
Hachimura.
then
So let me ask you this. You
Yeah.
got D'Lo being consistent for 7 games?
That's the thing. That's why he's
That's like
Because if it's going 7,
No, but that's the
That's
look. That's the thing. I just need a game or two,
Oh, they still
At least two.
2 games ain't enough.
2 games,
Yeah.
and then I could get. The thing is, the role players technically have to give me a game or two, and then the stars. Those other 2 games, those are the stars.
Take it home. Take us
I
home.
think the expectation is that the role players will play good at home. So if you win your home games,
Yeah, don't
you
lose
might
at
have a
home.
chance.
Yeah.
All right, let's get into. I like everybody's point on that. You know, I can respect the Lakers in 7. I can respect the Nuggets sweeping, but
I ain't gonna say on that.
I do like everybody's point. Let's get into the East side, the 76ers and the Knicks.
Well, that's
I
gonna
like
be
that
so
matchup.
much fun.
That's really gonna be fun. I like
I'm
it.
excited.
That's
For
gonna
I
be
feel like
fun.
there's not a clear cut
No,
winner,
it's gonna
but
be
there is
exciting.
an edge to one team, and that's gonna have to be the Knicks.
Absolutely.
You know, Joel Embiid, like we all discussed, has not been playing the way he's supposed to be playing because of the injury.
I got a point about that though.
What's your point?
The playoffs is different though because he gonna have more rest days now. You know what I'm saying? Like there's a couple days in between.
That's true.
You got, yes, there is.
Not really.
You gotta see.
Yeah.
You gotta see.
You gotta remember, Philly and New York is right there.
What
Yeah.
I'm saying, like he plays Sunday, they probably won't play until Wednesday. Got a couple days. It's not like they playing
That's so true.
I
Sunday.
get you.
No back to back.
But
Yeah,
to your point though, I was reading something on that. A lot of NBA players say a 1 playoff game equals 10 regular season games.
They went crazy.
So
Like,
it's
they went crazy. Yeah.
it's like that whole
Yes.
resting thing. You know, Joel Embiid can play this whole entire minute. 1 game to them is a lifetime game for them.
Mhm.
1 game should be game 7 for everybody for them. So you know
Nah,
he's gonna
playoffs
try
is
out
different.
there.
Yeah.
Playoffs is definitely different. The intensity is up. But you know, we're gonna have to give the Knicks the edge on that. And for me personally, I think my pick is gonna be the Knicks. Like I said for the other series, this whole entire playoffs is very flip flop. You know, it can go either way. I wouldn't think everything is an upset. Besides the Bucks and the Pacers, but you know, I ain't gonna get into that yet. But I do like the Knicks. I do like the Knicks winning, but I won't be upset if the 76ers win. Jay, how you feel about this series?
I'm taking the Knicks in 6. I want to say that the Knicks have like a really good center rotation. I'm not saying they're going to stop Joel, but you have Mitchell Robinson, you have Isaiah Hartenstein, OG can switch, and they have like really good defenders who can not necessarily stop Joel, but they can, slow him down. And he's already hurt, so you're just playing into their hand. The Knicks starters play heavy minutes. I really don't see them ever like taking their foot off the gas unless they're getting blown out. So I'm going to have to go Knicks in 6.
You rubbing your hands over there. What you got to say, Chan?
Oh man. We got Tibbs versus Nick Nurse.
Nick Nurse, yep.
Man. Listen, man.
Chance is funny. Like,
I think they said even though he wasn't he's hurt, he's like 50, they said 70%. Wasn't the Sixers like 38-8 with him this year?
I got that stat right here. Actually.
read it off for us, please.
So the 76ers, without Joel Embiid this whole entire season, are 16-27.
That's it.
On the regular season against the Knicks, they are 3-1. But the funny thing about that, the only game the 76ers won, they were without Maxey and Embiid. And the score was 79-76. That was that really,
that was that really
roddy
game.
game
That wasn't
at the
even
end.
too long ago. I remember that.
Okay.
But the Knicks had all their starters besides, of course, OG Anunoby, who was out with an injury, and Mitchell Robinson, who was out with an injury.
All right, so besides Brunson, who you guys trust to hit shots down the stretch?
Nobody. That's just me.
His stretch.
Y'all
I'm
trust
not gonna
Dante DiVincenzo?
I'm asking. I don't know. I'm asking.
Dante averages 20 points per game against the 76ers.
I was
So
gonna
what-
say who matches up. Like, is Tyrese gonna guard Jalen and vice versa, or OG's
yeah.
gonna guard Tyrese, like, because Tyrese is like their second best player.
Who y'all trusting to hit them shots, man?
Man,
Well, for the 76ers or
no,
the
six.
Knicks?
The Knicks.
For the Knicks,
nobody,
Besides Brunson?
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
would
I
say
think-
Dante DiVincenzo.
nobody.
if I had to pick, it would be him, but I
Who's
really
that?
don't see anybody
Yeah.
else. Honestly,
Yeah,
I was
he
just
bugged.
thinking.
You said who's
like,
that?
Sixers and 6, bro.
So
They go either way.
my whole thing was about that point was I think the Knicks number 2 is like by committee, whereas like
True.
they don't have a
I like
team
that.
effort,
I like that.
absolutely.
team effort. So I think that is going to play a part because Brunson's going to do what he do. Try, because I think Nick Nurse is going to try to put him in the box, like just straight throw everybody him. Was let Dante hit shots? Was let OG hit shots?
Mhm.
Who
You
else?
got
is
Josh Hart on the team. You
Yeah,
got
let him hit shots. Let them try to hit them threes. Mitchell Robinson was just don't be afraid to foul him. You know what I'm saying? So
He won't make his free throw.
because that's why I got the Sixers with a little edge. Because even though Embiid's 70%, I think Maxey, even though people was on my boy Tobias last night, I think he could maybe hit a couple shots here and there. I believe in their 2 by committee more than the Knicks. So it's a toss up. It's going to be a great series regardless. So I got Sixers and I think it might go 7. So Sixers and
I like
7.
that.
And it's going to be one because Embiid in the Garden is going to be theater. That's like
Facts.
Yeah.
that's theater right there.
Yeah.
I'm most
Steph, how you
excited
feel?
for that series.
I don't believe in Embiid.
Really?
I don't.
We
Especially now with injuries, bro. I just feel like always during the
Yeah.
postseason, there's something going on with him.
I understand that.
And to be honest, this isn't a series I'm really interested in.
Really?
I'm not.
Wow.
I'm not because, like I said, I don't believe in Embiid, and I feel like I'm not gonna say it'd be easy for the Knicks, and I wouldn't really care who really won because they both going home next round.
So I want to say that the last game Embiid played in the Garden, he put up 30 points, 14 rebounds,
Hell.
Theater.
6 assists, 4 blocks. They ended up losing by 12.
Damn.
So even with that stat, he went.
Like I said,
wouldn't
the
put that
only game that they won was without Maxey and Embiid. And it was that grudgy game that, you know, was like old school basketball.
That's how the series going to be
I
played
don't even
though.
think it was no old school basketball. Niggas just was not hitting shots. Like, what are y'all talking about? What are you talking about here? Oh, they're playing
I
such
don't
hard
know. Like,
defense.
they was
Oh.
like, there was no fouls called whatsoever. Like, that game really was like
Because niggas
battle.
just chucking
That
up
was
shots.
a battle.
Niggas just
That's what
shooting.
I'm saying.
This series comes down to on the defense.
Yeah, I
and
think it does.
How can the Sixers box Jalen Brunson out, and how could the Knicks jump Embiid? Because they're going to jump him, even though he's like
By
7.
committee.
And see, because like even if you jump Embiid, you have to still like worry about Maxey. Batum
Tobias.
hitting some shots,
Batum
man.
hitting shots. Kelly Oubre, we're not talking
wouldn't
about
consider
Kelly.
him
Kelly,
a factor,
Kelly,
though.
like,
Yeah.
I wouldn't consider Tobias Harris a factor right now.
nah,
Wow.
I
no,
see
you
him
bugging.
too.
He gonna hit. Bro, if Tobias can hit
He
some
literally
shots,
just
bro.
didn't show up like last game.
That was Miami
That
Heat
was
is
just
that's that's last game, bro.
Happens often.
Yeah, so
Right. Very often.
Very
So-
often
Very
Tobias
often.
Harris. I
So-
like him. I feel like he's a good third option.
yeah, so that's what I'm saying. They got
But no.
the Sixers got dedicated options on their team, and the Knicks is like, we by committee.
I feel like
Everybody
that
know
injury-
Jalen's number 1 though.
Yeah, that's
So 2
we
through
keying
5
in on
is
him.
whoever.
But that keying in on him is easier
It's
said
gonna
than
be
done though.
critical.
But who on the 76ers is going to check him though?
By committee.
I'm putting Kelly Oubre on him.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
5 session.
That's cool, bro.
Five session.
That's cool, but you know,
Funny thing about that,
as long when
who-
it comes to defense, as long as you give me a contest
You don't want Maxey on him?
on who? On Brunson?
That's what we said. They
Hell
gonna guard each
nah.
other.
They gonna
I was wondering.
look. Brunson gonna cook him. Maxey gonna cook him. All right. They're not meant to play. They're not meant to.
yeah, if
play
you have a better
defense on each
defender,
other.
it's
I don't
no
know
way.
who the Sixers got defending on the defenders. on that team.
Kelly
Josh Hart.
Oubre.
Kelly Oubre.
No. I'm
Oh,
saying
is it
the
76ers? Oh, my bad.
Ooh, Josh Hart can guard it.
Josh Hart could
He's
probably
Tyrese.
guard Maxey.
You know what's crazy
Did
about Josh Hart?
start?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He would. I mean, if OG Anunoby is back,
Oh,
I don't
that's
That's what I
think he
was wondering,
would.
'cause he usually
But,
come off the bench.
The crazy thing, you could play him as a power forward. You know why? Because
Yes,
in the season
yes, he does
series
play the
with the
power forward,
76ers, you know how much rebounds
I
this
know
man
he's gonna get
averages?
mad
A
rebounds.
lot.
He averages 14 rebounds against
That's
the
crazy.
76ers.
So Yeah, you gotta pay attention to the
He's such
second
a
chance
good
points
lifeguard.
with this series.
He's a really like plug-in player.
Like, whoever gets the
The only-
most second chance rebounds in the fourth is going to really be critical to who wins this. Because Josh Hart is always flying on the boards, especially
He really
Yeah.
is.
timely rebounds to kick out threes. Like you see it happening.
That's what killed them in the Cavs series. That's what killed the
Yeah,
Cavs in
rebounds.
those series was
Bro,
those rebounds.
what?
Kev was
Which is
trash.
crazy considering they have
They
like
had Evan Mobley and Jared
Yes,
Allen.
exactly.
We talking about the Cavaliers? They getting bounced the first round.
They losing to the Magic.
Cavalier.
Come on, man.
Hella Ben Carroll about to put a show on.
Ooh, that's hot.
Ben Carroll about to put a show on.
Coming out party.
Hey, I'm
Coming
glad.
out
I'm glad we can. I'm
in
glad we
6.
can.
In 6, I'm just being honest.
Okay, 6 is crazy.
I feel like Paolo doesn't get enough love. Like
doesn't.
he led his team to the playoffs second year, All Star, and nobody's talking about him.
Who?
Paolo.
Oh, Ben
Because they
Carroll.
play
Yeah.
Orlando. Come on, man.
Yeah. You know, Orlando.
He's playing OKC. What are we talking about?
OKC.
Okay, see, that's
They getting love though.
Yeah, they're getting
They
mad
getting
love.
love.
SGA.
I was not getting that much love.
Paolo's not getting no love.
cause Orlando. I'm going to Disney before I hit
Okay,
Orlando.
see, yeah.
Nobody, I don't think
No,
nobody.
SGA though.
I'm going to Universal before I go to Orlando.
Chats.
Yeah.
Chats.
Orlando game.
Yeah, like,
OKC known they had KD, Russ.
yeah, they got.
They
got
went
a
to
culture
the
there.
finals.
Okay,
They got a
Orlando
coach.
has Shaq, Tracy McGrady. If we're gonna talk about
And they went to the
stars,
finals
they
twice.
had,
Like,
like,
They're-
this is
like
in the
30
past.
years
We're
ago.
talking about now.
So
We're
they're
gonna talk about
the
the past.
I mean, I get what they're saying though, because
No.
in
All we gotta say is
the most
Orlando.
recent
That's it.
years, the Magic haven't had like a
no any success.
yeah, they haven't had like a superstar.
No.
Like the last superstar on that team was what? Victor
Dwight.
Oladipo, Dwight.
The white.
I do want to get into the big playoff series. Bucks, Pacers,
Yeah, before
Clips, Mavs.
Yeah, let's talk about that.
Let's
But
talk
first,
about
everybody who got Cavs and Magic and what?
I got the Magic.
that. I got Magic in 6.
I got
Cavs
Cavs
in
in 6. Yeah.
Magic in 7. I think that's a 7-game series.
It could be 7.
That little sleeper series that all
I
y'all
think that would be
sleeping on.
bad for the
That
Cavs
little.
if it goes.
I'm gonna play
7.
this in the background while I do finish my homework
I thought that
series.
was
That's
a-
gonna be a great series.
I like Spider and Garland to go in Orlando and get a couple wins and bring it home in 5
I
or
haven't
6.
seen Spider hoop in years. Let's
Bro,
talk about it.
Who's gonna
In
check?
years
No,
is
but I'm not
crazy.
even gonna get into the series, bro. Let's go to the other one.
Let's
Who's
move on.
checking? Who's checking Spider?
Ben Carroll.
Oh, come on. No, don't do that. They're second in defense. You got Jalen Sluggs. You got
Oh,
Cole Anthony.
man.
That's a defensive team. They're gonna check everybody on there. That's a
Yeah.
switchable team. You got 1 through 5 guards on there, switching to Jared Allen and locking them up. Bro, D Mitch is gonna struggle in that series. And I'm gonna come back on this podcast. I'm gonna put this
Told you.
little clip.
Come on, Spider.
I'm gonna tell y'all
This little
6
clip.
games.
But let's talk about the Bucks and the Pacers. Like
Bucks in
Snore
5.
Bucks and 4, man.
That's a snore session.
Like, come on,
I'm
we
not
really.
really
Ain't nobody
Come on,
watching
don't
that
do this.
series.
Yo,
The
let-
only thing that
Oh,
would
no.
make
Think the
somebody
Pacers
want to
gonna
watch
beat Milwaukee?
What,
if
is
Giannis doesn't play.
He's not playing
What,
game 1.
I need to know Giannis' status
Not
before.
playing.
Yeah,
game 1.
yeah.
You're not playing game 1?
Probably not. I'll be shocked. He's doubtful.
I'm still picking
is
the
game 2?
led team
Do we-
over the Pacers.
Wait, they play Saturday or
They
Sunday?
play Saturday?
I think they play Saturday.
I'm
Look,
most
I'm-
definitely.
Yo, Tyrese ain't scared, bro.
I don't
I'm
give
They
gonna
play. No, they play
say
Sunday.
a, I don't give a damn.
No, so
Sunday
game 2
at
will be
7.
Wednesday or Tuesday.
Game 2 would be Wednesday.
Or Tuesday.
They play Sunday. The first game is on
Sunday.
Oh
Sunday.
come
Two
on!
would be
Please
one.
don't do this.
They play Sunday, Tuesday,
Let's have
Friday.
some reality
Oh,
kick back
man.
in. Let's have some
If
reality
I'ma
kick
be
back
honest,
in.
I'm
You don't got
sadly I'm gonna take the Bucks in 6.
Sadly, is
Very
crazy.
sadly, actually.
Very sadly, I'm taking them in 6. If I want to be very hopeful, I'm taking the Pacers in 7. But that's just that's a that's
I'm not a
me.
Dame
Giannis
believer.
gotta be 100,
I'm
right?
sorry.
Yeah.
Yes,
He's
Giannis
not
has to
good
be
for me.
100.
You guys want to know some stats about this series?
But
Technically speaking, Dame only averages 20 points and is only shooting 20% from 3 against Indy this season.
I'm not a believer.
that says a
Never
lot.
a believer.
I mean,
But to rebuttal this point, Dame without Giannis this season, he's averaging 30, shooting 60 from 3.
the floor is open.
So
up.
if you're the Bucks going into this series, let's just say the first 2 games, do you want Giannis on the floor?
Yes.
Oh,
That's
we want him
your
on the floor. He the
best player.
no, you get
Why wouldn't you?
one game.
That's your best player.
See what
But
happened.
they can get a game off without Giannis. I truly believe
that's
that.
game one.
The Pacers are god awful on defense, and
That's true.
that is the best thing for Dame to have to finally wake up.
Nah, Dame can have.
let him wake
If
up.
I'm the Bucks, if I'm Giannis, I'm like, Dame, give me game one and be good.
All right, so let's
That's
just
Actually,
Giannis
no,
is
let's just
tough.
say the Pacers steal game 1, and then we find out Giannis not here for game 2.
Then questions can arise.
Nah,
yeah.
I feel like
He
the
gonna-
questions can
he
arise
gonna
if
still
they
over
steal
6
two
games.
games at home. If they steal two
Oh,
games at
6?
home,
It's still over.
I'm not caring if
I'm
they
not
get one
even
game.
giving it 6. I'm giving it 4 or 5 Bucks and like 4 or 5.
For real.
No,
For real.
Oh, okay.
I got 6.
I wasn't. That
I'll
would
take
be
the Bucks in
insane.
6,
That
but
would be insane.
I want to give credit to the Pacers.
Bucks
I'm not
in
going.
5.
I'm not going to sit here and shit on
Yeah.
them.
that's the
I mean,
only
that's what I
that's
was
the
gonna say,
only
5.
thing I see on this.
5.
That's the only thing I see on this standing bracket where I'd be surprised if the Pacers pull this off. They are god awful on
No, they
defense.
really are. They
That's why I
really
think
are.
they took like that's a great series for them because I don't think the Bucks want to see.
This is a perfect series to start off with.
I didn't think the
Without
Bucks wanted to
numbers.
see the
It's
76ers.
No, not the first one.
This is because if they would have faced like the Cavs, the Magic, the Knicks in the first round, I feel like it would have been a first round. I feel like it would have been a first round exit for them.
The Bucks?
But yeah, if they would have faced any other opponent right now, even the 76ers, if they would have grabbed that second seed, it would have been trouble if the
Trouble, yeah.
76ers
I was
would have
so
got that.
excited for
I was.
the
That's what
Bucks and 76ers matchup. Like I was really
I
excited.
was.
That's
I,
when-
was,
If that
I
was
thought that's what
happening.
we was gonna
But
see.
they tanked that last game on purpose. Everybody
did.
knows it.
They did.
Everybody.
And then the Knicks won in that second
Yeah,
seed.
They
they
did.
wanted that.
They played Dante DiVincenzo for 52
Yeah, they wanted
minutes.
that.
Oh, in that game versus the Bulls, nobody had
Tibbs
any
ain't
stakes
tanking.
to lose
Tibbs
in
not
that
tanking.
game.
Tibbs not
And
tanking.
They,
I'm
they
sitting
went to
here-
like overtime.
Yeah.
What's some nonsense?
52 minutes from Dante DiVincenzo. What are you doing out there? Like,
So everybody here got the Bucks.
Yeah.
We all got the
Comfortably.
Bucks. Okay.
I got them
Eh.
sleeping.
Yeah.
I
I'm
still-
gonna say 5.
I
but
got
I'ma
him
say
iffy,
Tyrese
but
gonna
I
say
got the
something.
Bucks.
Tyrese got something to say.
Yeah.
Tyrese has been struggling. He's only
I know.
averaged like 12 points in the last 5
That's
games.
cool.
Playoffs. You gonna have.
You got
Playoffs,
to
I
get
said
high.
Playoffs?
He has not been to the
Oh.
playoffs.
That's
You
why
gotta
I'm
get
saying
He
he
have
wanted to
nothing to go
show.
off of. He doesn't. He's never been to the playoffs.
We've seen Dame in the playoffs.
It's
He should have
homecoming
bet a
for
few
him.
times. To be honest.
It's
Who?
home.
Dame.
Come on.
I said just be honest. I didn't say.
What?
He didn't.
I'ma be
I just said he
honest.
should have
I
bet a
seen
few
Dame
times.
shoot. Hey, I told him. I've been telling y'all. I seen him shoot y'all out the game.
Hello.
Out
Let's
the game.
talk about the Clippers Mavs, the main event.
That
Well,
is the main event.
Wait, did
That-
we pick winners for the Timberwolves Suns or no?
We talked about Clippers last week. But could
We
talk about
we
it
picked
again.
winners for that game.
No.
for the Clippers.
No, Timberwolves
Wolves?
game. Suns.
Oh,
Let's get
I
that
think we,
out.
like,
Let's get
briefly
that out the way
touched on
first,
it.
yeah. Let's get out the way for the Timberwolves and the Suns. How does everybody feel? Steph,
Suns
how do you
and-
feel?
Wait, let's just pick because we got. Let's pick. Let's just
You
pick
just wanna
winners.
pick?
Yeah,
I mean,
pick.
I got Timberwolves in like 7.
Yeah, I'm about to say,
I got
think it's
Wolves.
about
Timberwolves
7
in
games.
I got
seven or
Wolves in
7 games either
7.
way.
I don't believe in the Suns just
I
this
don't.
year.
Okay.
The way the team is constructed, the way it got constructed, the fact that technically you guys have no facilitator. You could say Book is a facilitator. I just don't think he's the facilitator that you need.
Right,
if
right, right.
that makes sense.
He's not true. He's not a true
Yeah,
point
it's
guard.
Yeah, he's not a
Natural
true point
position.
guard. So
I've seen a lot of games where he doesn't give enough shots to players, and I feel like that's what throws Bradley Beal off too. He's not receiving that many shots. He's not an efficient scorer,
At all.
but he needs those shots to go off.
but then again, you got sometimes when you got too many like big type of players, you like your shot might be better than my shot.
True.
So I'm gonna give it to you.
Mm.
And you are better than me. So most of the time, I think I'm gonna give it to you. And it's just he's probably just battling that, having two players that are better than him, having two players that are the star of that team.
Meanwhile, Book is a person that has to get those shots too. Book is a factor. You can't have him being a facilitator.
Yeah,
I
Guys, you
don't
want
trust
to-
that
That's
team.
not what he's
Guys, you
there
want question real quick,
What?
bro? So what they play Saturday or Sunday? Don't matter. I'm just like asking.
I think
questions.
Saturday. to
So-
be honest.
The Suns going to Mini. It's still
And
game
still
one.
Game one. That's
That's trouble.
that's a series.
Game one is that
Game,
important.
game,
They play
game one is
Saturday.
always
Set
that
the
important.
tone.
How would you feel if they
If they still game one
comfortably?
comfortably,
Yes, like
I feel like they're just gonna rebound and then the Timberwolves just gonna take it.
I think to be
I'm
honest,
picking the
Nah.
Suns. I'm sorry. I'm
it's gonna be real
Suns.
disappointing if the
Phoenix.
Suns go home first round. It's gonna be really disappointing.
Do you think the series changed? That it's still game one?
Yes.
Damn, game one's that important to you?
Chance, who are you
It's a
picking?
tone setter.
Oh, I'm just asking. I
a
got
toss-up.
Suns in 6.
7?
I
6.
agree. I'm with you on that one.
I mean,
I
that's fine.
I love.
Yeah.
I
They should
believe
not
in Kevin
lose this
Durant.
series.
Like
I
I
just
feel like you
don't think-
can't go wrong with Kevin Durant. Like in my opinion. So I'm going.
And watch
Suns.
KD throw a tantrum.
Last
and
time,
run
hey,
the
last
game.
time
Last time I
Kevin
saw
Durant-
KD, he was on my favorite team, got bounced.
And last time Kevin Durant was in the
also
playoffs
got-
against a great defensive team,
Got bounced.
he got bounced and
This
he
is
got
true,
In
but
the sweep.
Ooh, that boy got
that was
bitch.
terrible.
That boy got.
Awful.
I've never seen a team
That's the Celtics, though.
that was a great defensive team. I'm saying like the Timberwolves can mimic that great defensive team.
Nah, hell no.
Nah,
No.
Nah, they don't got. They
Come
don't
on,
got.
man.
They don't
I'm
got.
still
They don't got
I don't
Two
think
boys
they
over
don't
there.
got the
Dogs.
The dogs like.
I'm talking defensively.
Yeah, the
Offensively,
dogs.
yeah, of course. You don't think that the Timberwolves don't got defensive dogs on that
No.
team
Who they dog?
to bitch KD like that?
No.
Not to bitching.
Not like
Who's
not
their
like
dog?
not like JT.
and JB.
And they had
JB.
Marcus
They
Smart
don't.
last year.
Those
Marcus
are
KD's
Smart
not
dogs.
even that great
more.
defensively.
Nah, that series he was cooking us.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Shay's taking the ball.
I could see Ant stepping up and like
Hell no.
He gonna be a bucket.
We
No, I
You
think
gonna-
Ant will
I don't know about
guard
locking up no KD,
Devin
though.
Booker.
Devin
before
Booker
he
and
guards KD.
I could see him bitching all three of them.
No.
Absolutely.
Nah.
All three?
No.
All three.
Insane.
You got
Yo,
two towers
James
in the
did-
You
paint.
wilding. You wilding now.
How?
Bro.
He dragged that one.
I
I'm not
love
gonna lie.
Ant.
I love
Absolutely.
Ant
Not
too.
all three.
Absolutely
Listen, man,
not.
I didn't see
Not
Aaron,
all
bro.
three.
I did not see Aaron lock up Ja that series.
Look, this series.
That's a different Ant.
I think
This is a
people
different.
like-
This series
Different
comes
energy
down
right now,
to Cat,
Mm-hmm.
and it comes down to between Bradley or Devin Booker. One of them gotta get steaming hot.
D Booker gets
And
steaming hot.
consistent.
That's
Not
Not
Consistency
everybody,
is
but
the
look,
key,
not
for
everybody's
sure.
going to get their shot. You're not going to
We
have
know that.
everybody get 40 a game.
No,
We know that.
Somebody's
We know
going to
that.
get ice
We know that.
cold in that
We know
series.
that. That's why we got the Wolves, because you got number one, Anthony, number two, Cat. We know who the number one and two are. On y'all team, y'all got to worry about who's technically number three. But we know who number three is. But you know,
we've seen.
If number
what
three,
we've seen
if number three
is-
hit his open shots, then what? His corner three.
Have we
his
seen
corner
number three
threes?
hit his open shots?
I haven't seen
Well,
it all
last
all
couple
the
years.
two.
last couple games?
all year. I haven't
Yeah, the last
seen
couple
that.
games. Of the
Last couple
season,
games, but KD wasn't taking that many shots either. I'm saying if 1 and 2 are going off, 3 needs to hit his shots.
Yeah. if he
Every
hit a
time
shot,
I've seen
if.
the Suns, it's 1 and 2 going off. 3 is struggling.
Well, it's the playoffs now. You got to figure it out.
He did.
You gotta figure it
You
out.
keep saying it's the playoffs, like
You gotta figure
it's
it
not
out
the
there.
time. All right, let's get into the main event.
Yes.
Mr. Clippers guy over here. How you feel coming into this series with
With
Kawhi
Kawhi.
out?
Kawhi 50%.
Honestly,
Let me ask you this: are you worried?
no.
Wait, question before he
Not even in the slightest.
before he goes. Question is, what's PG status?
He's playing.
He's playing.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
because
No,
last time I checked, he got injured. That's
Yeah,
why.
nah, he good.
He's
He's
good.
playing.
I'm not
100%.
worried at all.
Not at all.
Not even in the slightest.
Wow.
Even with the Mavericks steamrolling
Yeah.
right now,
Hot.
Wow.
they is playing at a tremendous rate.
6 games.
Oh,
Even-
Y'all
As
see
a
the
proud
y'all-
Mavericks
Hey, you know what? You
Y'all
want
see
to know
the
so
shirt?
crazy?
Nope.
You want to know
Don't
so
worry about
crazy
this.
about
Y'all see
this? Luka gonna cook. Kyrie, he
He-
gonna cook, but he also got to play defense, and we gonna swap out James Harden and Westbrook. You can't play both ends of the floor.
Kyrie is
7
not a
games
bad
straight,
defender though. Like
for
he has to
7
put in
games.
effort. He has to do it. Like
Who got to do what?
no, Kyrie's not a bad defender.
He's not.
Yeah,
He
but you
when he
gotta
puts
check
in
both
effort
of
to
them.
do, he has to check his man, and it's up to PJ to check whoever else is right there.
And PJ Tucker, he played.
No,
he locked.
PJ.
He's worried about
Man,
PJ
hold on,
Tucker.
wait. No,
Whoa.
we're not gonna disrespect. Oh, hold on, wait a minute, hold on.
Who-
Stop it.
I'm not. I don't think PJ Tucker is like somebody
PJ
who the
Tucker's not a
Mavs
name.
are the Mavs gonna worry about him.
I'm not saying he
No.
gonna lock up like
He's still
like,
on the
I'm
team?
holding you.
He's still on the team.
I thought
He's on the Clippers.
I don't think it's I remember he was mad he wasn't playing him.
Hey, I didn't.
can't wait
Me either. I thought.
Okay. Everybody just say your pick. Everybody say your pick.
Who y'all
I got
Dallas?
I got the Mavs in. If I want to be respectful, I got the Mavs in 7.
Okay.
All right. If I'm gonna be real, I got the Mavs in 6. I don't think their guard. I don't think the Clippers guard plays better than the Mavs, and I just think that team is so hot right now. From
Very
the last
hot.
20 games,
Very
it's gonna transition into the playoffs, and
Who got
I-
no advantage? Clippers.
Clippers.
What are they doing?
But I just think when Luka and Kyrie see red,
You gotta play defense.
Okay, Chance, what's your pick? Chance, what's your pick?
I'll keep it real with y'all. I had no clue. I think the series depends on Kawhi's knee. That's what the whole series to fall on, man. If his knee is sub 50%, I got Mavs. Damn, man. I don't know. Who
This
gonna
one
win
is
the
really
series.
like a really good
Toss
toss up.
up.
Like it really is.
Because this is
honestly.
not really a first round matchup. This is more like a conference finals, second round type of matchup. So seeing this in the first round is like, damn, like
This is the elite.
Can I ask?
I don't know.
Can I ask a question? Last episode, BG talked about Clippers fans and the demise of the Clippers fans. If Paul George is your best player, do you think the Clippers actually have a shot, or does Kawhi need to be the best player?
I'm sorry, did we forget what Paul George did in Indiana?
That's what I said. No, wait.
years ago.
Not even
I
that.
mean,
Oh, not
I'm
that
just
he has
saying though,
off.
you can't sit here and say that he hasn't shown up and been Paul George. You can't.
He did it.
You
Nah,
can't.
you can say Indiana, but I seen it when he was one of Clippers 2021.
and they got smacked in the first round.
No, they did not. He took him to the conference. I'm talking about when he took him
Oh,
to
we're
the...
talking about the Clippers. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I
He's
thought
like,
we was talking
no, he
about
did
him
not.
in OKC.
Nah.
But no, that's not the point though,
The
because
OKC
Kawhi
days-
was in that series though.
Nah, after Kawhi got out, PG,
He stepped up and did his thing.
He did step up and did his thing, but
I don't know if he's going to do that with Harden and Russ
Absolutely.
holding...
Yo,
I'm just
Richard,
asking.
Richard, who's your pick,
I'm asking.
Richard?
I'm
Who's your
just
pick?
saying though.
Who's my
but
pick?
not my pick.
No.
My pick is Mavericks in 5 or 6.
Bro,
Look, let me. All right, let me
it's a lot that-
close it
Let
off.
you
That's what I'm
briefly,
saying. I can't pick right now.
explain yourself. Briefly explain yourself.
Listen, I got the I don't know. I've never seen Luka play at this level before. This is clearly the best player in the NBA right now. The best player in the NBA right now. Offensively, you can, defensively, yes, he's not there all of a sudden. Points per game leader. Averaging almost a triple double. Himself in the playoffs against the Mavericks averages a triple double, 35
Bro, he
points.
almost averages
When they first game?
40.
when is the first game?
Saturday.
Hey,
nah, Sunday.
No, it's Sunday. It's
Sunday.
Sunday.
I need to holler at you when the series
Sunday?
is over.
Sunday.
I need
He
to
got
holler-
my number.
Everybody said I need to holler at you.
I'm picking the Mavericks in 6. You see the shirt. I'm an apologist, so we're just gonna go ahead with the Mavs
when
in 6.
Kyrie start getting cooked.
Respectfully
Kyrie's not getting
to
cooked.
the
Respect-
Clippers.
respect the king.
Clippers I've said it over and over again. The Clippers on paper are easily the best team in the NBA. On paper. Unfortunately, you got somebody that's knees fall off the bone 24/7.
That's why I said the
You got
series depends
PG
on
with-
if Kawhi can go. Or
You got PG with injury after injury, and he's playoff
Nah,
P.
Not
He's
his knees
inconsistent
fall off
now.
the bone.
Nah.
I like BG's point. If Paul George is your best player,
I'm
you
sorry.
got a recipe for
that's
failure.
Let's just be real. Like, yes, Paul George is a great player.
Yeah.
Career, probably in the Hall of Fame.
Is.
If we're gonna
For
be
sure.
honest, but we've seen it over, and over again. If you're telling me that Kawhi's gonna be out, and we are all counting for PG to be your best player to win a series, I'll give you it because it's the first round, so he could do it. He could do it. He could definitely do it. But when you're playing Luka
It's a
and
different
Kyrie,
breed. Different
that's
breed.
different.
So James
When-
Harden makes no difference in the series.
And
It
See,
does.
that's why I just
It
don't
does, but it
understand.
do.
I'm just
It
asking, I ain't
does, but
trolling.
it
I
do.
don't understand.
Because
Joe
last
Harden
time-
has to play defense.
It does, but it do because we've seen Harden fold. Not in the first round. Not in the
Exactly.
first round,
yeah.
but we have
Later.
seen him fold.
As spring progresses.
Yes,
So-
we have seen him fold. But
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
I really just think if I'm relying on PG and Harden and Westbrook to be to
And you don't
to
think they
get
bench-
to get 4 games against Luka and Kyrie. Come on,
It's not.
it's not that
South
big of a
Park-based.
challenge. But I just think, bro, like they're hot. You
It
just
really relies on Kawhi.
Yeah, that's
it
what I
just
say.
does. Like
it really relies on Kawhi.
I just don't trust those 3 against them too.
I don't think
I
that's
really
enough.
don't.
I don't think that's enough. Mavs have gotten better, so much better defensively.
So much
I
better.
trust those 4 against those 2. If Kawhi
Most
here,
definitely. If Kawhi's here, we'd be looking at a different way. Yes, it wouldn't be a sweep.
Y'all some haters. Nigga would still say y'all
Hey.
win this series.
Hey, listen. We gonna recap. Jay, you want to take it away?
Okay, so that's it for today's episode. We want to thank you guys for listening to another episode. Make sure you follow us on Instagram, Spotify, YouTube at The Couch Takes, and we'll see you guys next episode. Thank you.
Peace.